What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris with Game 2 between Team Empire and Pulse. This is from Starseries Season 3, the LAN event lower bracket. The loser of this goes home. The winner of this moves on to play the loser of Navi versus GDB. If you have seen those, which you should have because they're already up, then you would know who that's going to be. Game 1 going to Empire. It looked like Pulse were in a pretty good condition to take it, but they unfortunately could not make the Raxes happen, and they ended up losing the game to a very, very big Tiny. So hopefully we'll see something different this game, a little bit more of a close game. Actually, last game was pretty darn close, so yeah, hopefully we'll see another one that is just as, if not more, close. The bands are going to look extremely normal. Undying, TA, Wisp to counter off Pulse, although Team Empire did use the Wisp the last game, as well as that Dark Seer, but both of these teams are known for using the Wisp very, very effectively. Saw the last game with Team Empire and Pulse. Pretty much how they got here was just using the Wisp very effectively. Of course, not to take anything away from them, they are an extraordinarily powerful team as well. The picks already out. We have Jakiro, Queen of Pain, as well as Clinks for Team Empire, so getting a good mix of support as well as lane control. In Team Empire, I believe I've seen them run a solo Clinks on the safe lane. Queen of Pain 9 times out of 10 will go into that mid lane, and Jakiro is going to be played as a support. The question is, does Jakiro need to go down there with Clinks, or is Team Empire going to gear themselves up for an aggressive tri-lane? That's something that Pulse, I'm sure they're thinking about right now, as they're thinking about what hero to ban. You can see Team Empire banning Broodmother away from Pulse, who so far have picked up mostly lane heroes. CK as well as Leshrac, a very powerful dual lane that's really been powerful ever since CK came out. I believe Leshrac came out before CK, but I could be a little bit wrong about that. They also have picked up the Batrider, who can go middle. It also could play a little bit more of a support role up onto the top lane, but I think Pulse would rather have Batrider in the mid lane. I've seen GDB run Batrider bot or hard lane. Not sure how well that would work. It'll be decent if they correctly predict that Clinks is going to go down to that lane by himself, but for now it remains to be seen. Team Empire possibly banning out the other good long lane heroes, possibly Clinks as well, to make sure that the Batrider is forced to go into that hard lane. So we'll see what Team Empire want to do. If they ban out Enigma as well as a Bounty Hunter, and that would probably be that they're trying to push Batrider into that hard lane. Keep in mind that these replays are a little bit older, so we're not going to see Sven or Magnus, or probably not, actually. Yeah, they're not really popular yet. But Pulse with the ban out on the Bane Elemental, another really good stable tri-lane hero. And we'll see what Empire are looking to do. They are going to ban out that Bounty Hunter, so it looks like I am not completely off my rocker. Pulse, what else? What other hard tri-lane heroes could they possibly going for? Team Empire, that is. Jakiro could go pretty well with a couple of pushing heroes. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like a Shadow Shaman as a pickup for Team Empire. I'm not sure if Pulse will sniff that out and want to ban it out, but Shadow Shaman, really effective early game disables, as well as the fact that he will be able to push the lane eventually once Jakiro gets a couple points of Liquid Fire, level 6 in the Shadow Shaman. Team Empire could choose to do something like Jakiro Juggernaut, which Pulse tried to work with the Juggernaut last game. It was decently effective. Unfortunately, it wasn't effective enough, so Team Empire could always go for that Tiny. Jakiro Tiny worked like a charm. Pulse instead going to get rid of the Pugna. So Pulse, I don't know if they're thinking along the same lines as what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if they're trying to design their bans around the anti-aggressive tri-lane. Pugna could go mid, although Pugna in the tri-lane is not bad. The Blast does do some pretty good damage. He's a high-range hero, very high mobility. He's definitely not durable in the least, but you can definitely offer a lot to the tri-lane, especially if you get that Nether Ward and it manages to stay up for the duration of the entire engagement. These bans are friggin' slow, man. These guys are sure taking their time. But Empire, you just gotta ban out that Enigma. Just do it, man. Enigma would go either into the jungle or onto the hard lane, and I do think that would be the correct ban for Team Empire, so we'll see. We'll see how right I am. Pulse, they also do need a mid lane hero. Doesn't look like any of those are going to be banned out from Team Empire. They have a pretty wide array. Actually, no, Bat Rider, possibly mid, possibly bot. So I don't know. They're going to go for the Windrunner. Okay. Another hard lane hero. So they want that Bat Rider to go into the hard lane. And the final ban is going to be the Naga Siren from Team Pulse. Banning out that, again, an aggressive tri-lane hero for Team Empire. So let's see what Team Empire are going to do with this. They don't necessarily have to run an aggressive tri-lane. I've been saying that for the entire time, but they could run a Clinks with a little bit of protection. The thing is, Clinks with Searing Arrows, he's a long-range, high-damage hero who has Windwalk. So good luck trying to kill him by yourself. Unless, yeah, just good luck. They're going to go with Keeper of the Light, who it still looks like they're going to run on that aggressive tri-lane. Keeper of the Light plus Jakiro is a pretty solid AoE nukage combo. And Pulse, well, they're going to have, I believe, a CK Leshrac up there. They could, Pulse could, run CK Leshrac on the mid lane, actually. That would be decently effective. The thing is, Queen of Pain with the new changes, or the, not really new anymore, but with the 0.75 changes to the CK's Chaos Bolt, Queen of Pain will, or she should have enough time to get out of there with a blink and then just completely get out of that sticky situation. So Pulse, they do have a lot of lane flexibility. I am just like listing all the alternatives that they have right now. They're going to go for the Lone Druid, so that might be their hard lane hero. I personally hate Lone Druid as a hard lane hero. And a Doombringer for Empire. Hell yeah. I have not seen new Doombringer yet, like at all, in any of my games or any of the casts. I wonder if they're going to actually run this as a jungle Doombringer, which a lot of people were very excited about. I don't know how viable it is. Or if they're just going to run it on a hard lane. Now, Doombringer in a hard lane isn't the best. Level Death does do some pretty good damage, and Devour could get him a lot of gold. But really, Doombringer needs experience to get that Devour up, to get that level Death up. So we'll see what they want to do with this. I've never seen Doombringer in a pro game since TI1, really. Pulse are going to cap off their lineup with an Enigma. So we're going to see how Pulse wants to lane this. Again, they have a lot of flexibility, so it looks pretty normal, actually. But we'll see. We'll see. It could be anything. They have a lot of flexibility. And Team Empire, I'm still going to say they're going to run an aggressive tri-lane. Doombringer could go on the bot lane, and Clinks could go top. Solo lane Doombringer could do pretty well. But, yeah, enough bullshitting around with guessing. We're going to see what they decide to do as we drop ourselves into the game. We are going to have Pinoy playing that Lone Druid mini on the Enigma Fishbone, supporting as the Leshrac region on the hard carry, or the hard carry for Pulse, the hardest carry for Pulse, CK, and Wagamama is going to be playing that Bat Rider. On the Empire side, Blow Your Brain, the primary farmer, usually plays the #1 role for Empire, is going to be playing that Doombringer, already heading toward the top lane, is going to be an aggressive tri-lane. I am on point today. Good job, me. Silent is going to be supporting him as the Keeper of the Light, as is Go Black on the Jakiro. Bot lane is going to be Funnick on the Clinks, and that leaves Scandal mid lane on the Queen of Pain. So yes, I am correct. I love this courier. This is such a great courier. The way he runs is awesome. I don't like the way he flies as much as the way he runs, because the way he runs is just ridiculous. But all of Pulse going to look around the jungle, trying to find whoever they can. They're not going to be able to latch onto anyone, I don't believe. Chaos Bolt is a little bit too low a range, even though CK does have a lot of movement speed compared to the Doombringer. But with the Doombringer spotted onto this top lane, they're going to, or Pulse, they're going to be well aware that Team Empire do have a Doombringer on this top lane. Now let's see what they're going to do about it. Enigma does have 4 Clarities and 1 set of Tangos. Just the way he's built his items, I want to say he's going for a laning build. But I'm not sure if that's actually going to be the case. They're still hanging around in this general mid area, so not really showing their hand to me either. It's going to be a dual lane mid region as well as Fishbone. And Mini probably going to go towards the jungle. Solo lane top Wagamama, solo lane bot Pinoy. Now the Lone Druid is usually, I don't like him on the hard lane because, well, that's where the tri-lanes usually go, right? So you don't really want to deal with that. But in this situation, when he's going to be up against one hero and one hero only, he'll do just fine. Scandal, going to take a 1-second stun. Split Earth is not going to be casted. Fishbone a little bit too out of range. With the double damage rune, I do believe the chain stun would have been able to kill him. And Mini's actually going to aggressively jungle. He does not want to deal with any of the supports on Empire's side. He's instead going to play the very safe jungle, actually. I would even say that this is safer than jungling his own side of the map, just because he knows Funnick is going to be there, and if you lose sight of Funnick, well, you can even turn around if you have a couple of Eidolons, and these Eidolons don't do a lot of damage individually, but they can still do very heavy damage to a very soft hero such as the Bone Fletcher, Clinks. So this is going to be the current lane status already. Batrider taking a little bit of heat in the game, forcing to use that Firefly to just escape. She actually took that at level 1 instead of for the Napalm. The Napalm probably won't help him all too much in this game. Blurbrain is going to get free farm already, ate a Ursa Warrior, get a little bit of gold for him, and he's going to get Thunderclap, which is a pretty decent spell to pick up. 150 damage is pretty much the level of a level 2 nuke, and at level 1 that's pretty good. It's pretty high damage if you can get close enough. I'm not sure if he actually can. It will hinge a lot upon Goblack's ability to hit an Ice Path. But Waga, he's playing the Batrider on the safe lane, but for all intents and purposes, this is the exact same as playing a Batrider on the hard lane. Whereas Pinoy, going up against Funnick, 8 for 1 versus 6 for 2. Pinoy's going to sustain a lot of harassment versus this Clinks, who does have a decent amount of regeneration. How much does Pinoy have? He has a whole lot of tangos, but he's already burned through quite a few of them. So Funnick just pressuring Pinoy just so much, abusing the fact that Clinks has a ton of range, in combination with, what, level 2 Searing Arrows? Yeah. So Pinoy is constantly taking a lot of harassment, who actually has more range, 550 versus 600, so Clinks does barely have a little bit more range. Mini circling around with the Haste Rune, level 2 stun as well. This could be the death of Funnick unless he kills Pinoy first. Pinoy sustaining some heavy damage to the bear, constantly attacking Funnick. Here comes Mini, going to get that Malefice stun as well as the Sentry Ward down. Funnick is going to try to run away from this one. Mini, not enough damage to actually kill off the Clinks. He's going to be forced to back up. In the meantime, the top lane, Waga, might be in a little bit of trouble. No, it's actually just a pull that Go Black, as well as Silent are just stealing off. A little bit of Warcraft 3 creep jacking going on in this house. We're going to see Funnick constantly pressuring both Mini and Pinoy. That's really the power of Clinks. His lane control, as long as there are no real solid forms of CC on the other end, he's going to own the crap out of your lanes. Pinoy is taking so much damage, burned through, what, 6 tangos? At least 6 tangos already. And Funnick does have 2 tangos available to him. And he's going to hit level 6 eventually, then probably head towards an Orchid. So this Clinks is getting free farm in this bot lane. Scandal, 5 for 0 versus Regions, 19 for 5, wow. As well as 8 denies on this Leshrac. So the mid lane firmly going the way of Pulse, like not even close. But Pulse on Empire on the other hand, they have pretty much the bot lane completely secure. They have the top lane completely secure. And although they don't have a jungler, I do feel like it's going to ultimately benefit them as this game progresses. The experience earned still in favor of Pulse, mostly because of this Enigma pickup. He's getting a lot of levels just simply by being in the game and doing the jungling thing, whereas Silent, as well as Go Black, kind of have to stick around the lane in order to gain any form of experience. Looks like Doombringer has actually picked up Shockwave. Another decent spell to have. The Aura is also not bad at all to just have in Doombringer's belly, because it's pretty much a free ring of health, and who doesn't love free items? I know I would love to have a ring of health at level 1. That would be freaking awesome. Waga's finally getting a little bit of experience here. Gonna get hit by a little bit of that Illuminate. Let's see what Doombringer's actually gonna go for. He's obviously gonna max Devour. I feel like doing anything else is a mistake. But he's going to go for Scorched Earth as well as Level Death, possibly capitalize a little bit more on the creep spells that he has rather than his own. Doombringer doesn't really have the highest of mana pools. He does have a Ring of Basilius, which is going to help him continue casting those spells because his int growth is pretty darn horrible. But yeah, aside from that, I don't think Level Death is going to be highly picked up, at least until Waga hits one more level. When the Doombringer hits level 5, Waga should be level 6. And then you get the multiplier from Level Death. So it's 125 plus, I don't know, they changed Level Death in the last version, but it does a lot of damage. That's the point I am trying to make. 20 equal to 20 of the multiple health, and the multiple spec number of 25. I don't know. It does more damage with the multiplier. I don't know exactly how it works. I have not paid attention that much. Fishbone and Vision takes some pretty heavy damage from Go Black as well as Scandal in this mid lane. I do believe that the Jakiro moving down to this mid lane is a correct move, because Region is getting complete free farm, and well, Jakiro is going to be a little bit of an easy target for Fishbone and Region, but at the same time, you don't really need that many heroes pressuring back the Batrider. Batrider is not going to get all that much farm on the lane. He already is suffering quite a bit with 8-2 to his name. The Keeper of the Light should be able to, with the help of Doombringer's spam of Shockwave, keep the Batrider back. So Go Black, he's got to be careful. If he gets a little bit too over-aggressive, he's going to take a Chaos Bolt. He's going to take a Split Earth right after. Level 2 Edict will be more than enough to bring him down then. But the tower he will actually stick on that lane, actually, as Scandal's going to find Mini. Mini does have a black hole, and he did manage to dodge out of that Malphite. Oh, the Courier, no! No, the Courier, please! Courier, please, stop. Dire Courier has been killed by Scandal. I don't know why you would run the Courier down there. I'm pretty sure that was a mistake. Not just like a oops mistake, but like someone was controlling the Courier when they thought they were controlling the hero or something like that. It wasn't even angling towards the secret shop. Someone should have been looking out for that. But Empire, no towers have been killed quite yet, but first blood might happen right here. Region on the bottom, on the mid lane. This does still have a lot of mana. Gonna pull Go Black in. Chaos Bolt for the kill. 3-second stun in exchange for his own life. I would say that is a worthwhile trade because you get so much more gold. Not unless Fishbone dies as well. Scandal with the double kill. Burning the level 6 ultimate on the Leshrac. Putting Empire up 1 kill in exchange for a first blood. That's pretty even as far as once everything is considered. Oh, they might want to go for Wagamama. Doom is on him. What the hell was that? That was Chakra Magic as Bullier Brain gonna dive straight for Wagamama. Teleportation coming in. It is going to be Region. It is going to be Fishbone. The cannon is going to fire off. Not hit the Batrider. The Batrider is safe for now. He should have enough HP to survive. He will. The mini stun onto Bullier Brain as he gets Reality Rifted back. Chaos Bolt for 2-second stun as well. And there goes the Doombringer on this top lane. Very aggressive play, but ultimately fruitless for Team Empire as they drop the Doombringer. You don't really want to lose Doombringer because the Devour Gold is great and everything, but only if you could actually keep your hands on it. He's going to go for Hand of Midas, so Doombringer is going to look to get really big really quickly. Already kind of a delayed Hand of the Midas, but it's not that bad. Pinoy in a little bit of trouble in his bot lane. He can take some Searing Arrows as well as the Shadow Strike from the Queen of Pain. He should have enough to survive at 192 HP. The armor from the Tranquil Boots really helping him out there versus the Clings plus the right clicks from the Queen of Pain. So he's going to walk out of there, but he's got to be careful because every single time he leaves the lane, that's just more time for Funnick to get free farm. 44 for 6. He's right behind the Doombringer as far as the gold per minute is concerned, and Doombringer does have Devour and will have eventually Hand of Midas as well. So Doombringer is going to be absolutely rolling in the dough. Not sure what build he's going to want to go for. Probably a more support-oriented Aura build, as Wagamama does find Silent. He's going to take a Split Earth, and Silent doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell. There goes the Keeper of the Light. Getting a little bit too close to the Batrider. I guess he just had no idea that Fishbone and Mini were around, and he paid for it with his life. Empire dropping another kill to the Pulse side. So far, it has been a pretty even game. Just hits back and forth, but I do believe Empire are getting the better end of this game so far. They're getting a lot more gold income, and they're gearing that gold income up for even more. Clinks with the Orchid could pick up kills on pretty much anyone, I want to say. Maybe not the Lone Druid in the true form, but anyone else. Once Funnick actually gets those Oblivion Staves up and gets the Orchid, he'll be able to just assassinate people like nobody's business. Combine that with the fact that Queen of Pain does have 2 kills to her name, does have a Null Talisman as well. Please let that be a Dagon. I want to see it. Oh, Region taking huge amounts of damage. Illuminate flying through, as well as the Queen of Pain ultimate. Chaos Knight had no idea what hit him. I didn't actually think that Scandal was going to go on that, but Silent had level 3 Illuminate charging up, and it was more than enough, as we do see Lone Druid dropping onto the bot lane with the help of the Jakiro. A little bit of a dive going on there. Funnick should be perfectly fine to walk his way out of there. Skeleton walk his way out of there. Right? Right? Yeah. We do have Region returning to that mid lane, but he definitely didn't see his death coming. I didn't see his death coming either. Silent was charging up that cannon. It hit perfectly. Go Black going to find an Ice Path onto Region. Wouldn't be enough to actually stop him from getting that rune. 4-second stun onto Go Black. He does have a lot of illusions right now, but he's going to take a lot of damage. Scandal doesn't have much mana, however. Region should be able to make his way out, especially since he does have support incoming from the Lone Druid. But keep in mind that all the while, Doombringer is just farming. He does have Doom up once again, now as a Hand of Midas, as well as Devour. So those are 2 creeps instantly that are going to be eaten, or killed instantly in some way. If you're eaten, would you rather be eaten or turned into gold? I think Hand of Midas is probably a little bit less painful. I don't know, Doombringer's digestive tract is probably not the best place to be. I wouldn't recommend it. It's not exactly a tourist attraction down there. But Doombringer gonna keep farming. Wouldn't be surprised to see him starting to breach the even 500 gold per minute mark. He's gonna be a little bit cautious because he doesn't really see that many heroes around the map. But with the recognition that Region is up here and the fact that he does have Silent to support, he'll be a little more confident to move forward. Although still with not much armor, 6 armor from the Tranquil Boots and Ring of Basilius, not too bad. Doombringer does pop off a Scorched Earth, just scaring off CK just a little bit. Doombringer flexing his muscles. He's going to have a lot of gold already, breaching the 400 gold per minute mark. Funnick might be in a little trouble as we do see a smoke gang from Fishbone and Mini. They want to get this Klink's kill. He hasn't died yet, and this might be the first time. There's the dust. Split Earth. Is it going to land? Funnick running the wrong way. Split Earth is going to land. He's going to get killed by like one of these small, tiny melee creeps. I don't know how the hell that happened with so many Eidolons here. But hey, a kill is a kill. 4-4. Pulse are going to transition that into a tower push. This tower does have fortification available, but do they want to use it? It is not going to be in time if they did want to use it. The fortification did pop off on the dire side, and Silent is in a little bit of trouble as Region, trying to do as much damage as he can. Mini is going to come in. Blurry Brain does still have the Doom available to him. Wagamama going to fly right over the trees, get the tar stacks onto Silent. Another 2-second stun onto Silent will mean his death. There's no way for him to get out of this. There he goes. Batrider picking up that kill. Fishbone running into Go Black. Go Black is going to get hit by the Split Earth. Reality Rifting him towards the Chaos Knight. Macropyre doing some pretty heavy damage, but it's not going to be enough to save him or pick up any retaliatory kills or anything. That earned charge was completely wasted on Fishbone, but hey, it doesn't matter because he has 2 more. Fishbone probably going to go back to the base anyway. Pulse picking up another 2 kills, and they really, really need to get these kills. If they don't get these kills, then the farm game just escapes them. Klinks is farming so very fast right now. 351, and Doombringer starting to push that 500 gold per minute mark. He's going to have another Hand of Midas in another 2 seconds. And he's going to have Devourer in 12. Just so much income coming from the Doombringer. You can see his gold just spiking and starting to surge away from everyone else. And already, Empire, they have the 3 most important heroes for them to have gold on. They do have a lot of gold. So as we have a little bit of a pause here, Wagamama apparently having some Skype issues. But sure, let's take a look at how the graphs are showing. Not surprisingly, Empire is a little bit ahead with 2 towers down in their name, whereas they have only lost 1. Combine that with the fact that Klinks is getting a lot of farm, Queen of Pain is getting a lot of farm, as well as Doombringer. They're getting a lot of farm too. And Keeper of the Light is one of those support heroes who could get a lot of farm come late game. He'll get a couple points of Illuminate, blast down a creep wave, no big problem at all. Experience graph a little bit more even because of the 2 kills from Pulse, combined with the fact that Enigma has been jungling rather effectively. Level 9 on him. Let's actually take a look at the levels right now. Level 9 on Enigma, rivaling the solo heroes of Waga as well as Pinoy. Of course, the dual lane is going to be a little bit behind. The levels are still in range for Pulse. The thing is, their heroes aren't that experience reliant. CK has hit the level 8 mark, and although Phantasm is great, really, the early game CK needs more Chaos Bolt, needs more Reality Rift, and he has both of those maxed out. Lone Druid, it does do well with the levels, but really it's gold that he really needs. He does have Gloves of Haste. We're going to see what he wants to actually do with that. I think it's a little bit too late for him to go for Midas. Probably going to go for the Maelstrom into Mjolnir. But Pulse, they're getting some pretty good levels. Batrider's going to be happy about that. Get his base levels up, and Fishbone as well. But really, CK as well as Lone Druid, they need to get kills or gold in any way. CK is not farming enough to really be effective for much longer. The base values so far been carrying him through, but he really needs to start picking up some bigger items. Or else he's just going to slowly become less and less relevant, and Pinoy is already not very relevant, quite honestly. And it might be even less relevant as Funnick as well as Silent do know that Pinoy is around here. Illuminate is charging up the lasers, stealing off the creeps. Pinoy should be safe, however. I don't think Funnick has enough damage to just outright kill him. It's going to be close. Does he want to go for it? Do it. Man up. Man mode. Fine. He's going to decide not to do it. Instead, just go straight back to farming. In the meantime, Blow Your Brain, 2,500 gold. Could go for the Radiance, actually. He has quite a lot of money. He does have Devour up once again. Does have the Hand of Midas in 40 as well. There's a constantly eating those creeps, and it'll be something like a 20-minute relic, as you see Regen gonna get doomed before he can cast anything, and now he is in a ton of trouble. Mini's gonna come for support though. He's gonna cast a stun onto Blow Your Brain, looking for a black hole opportunity. Doesn't have the mana to do so, however. Magamama is arriving into this fight, gonna get some tar onto Blow Your Brain. The Eidolon's gonna get shredded down by the Queen of Pain. Blow Your Brain is on the run. Fishbone wants to get close enough for that Split Earth. Will he be able to reach it? I do think he will. Yes, the Split Earth lands just on the edge. Edict as well, tearing through Doombringer with his very low armor. There he goes. Doombringer has no chance right now. Scandal is going to take a stun from Regen. He's going to try to blink himself away, but a Reality from long range is going to pull him back in as Pulse pick up 2 free kills. Doombringer loses a lot of gold. In the meantime, the rest of the Empire heroes on the bot lane going to try to take down this tier 1 tower with the searing arrows on Clinks plus a level 1 strafe. He should be able to take it down. Yes, he will. The tower does get destroyed. Fishbone also does take a little bit of ice path damage. Unfortunately, the slow not in range for Team Empire, so trading 2 on top for a tower on bot lane, probably not that worth it considering the 2 lost were Queen of Pain and Doombringer, 2 of the high profile heroes for Empire to have. But Clinks now does have that Orchid Malevolence, so look towards Clinks, well, you know, right here, like 1 minute ago when Clinks was thinking about going for Funnick. Now that he has his Orchid, he will go for that. The silence and amplification of damage, I think, should be more than enough to bring down Pinoy, despite the fact that he does have 14 armor, despite the fact that he does have 1300 health. The Clinks just will do too much damage, and then it'll get amplified, so that's a lot of damage. Or he could just go for Wagamama, Funnick, or Mini. Come on. Man up. Man mode. Or Regen. You can't really keep your eyes off of the Clinks, because if you stop watching him for 1 second, he's going to assassinate someone. And that's just it. They're just dead, and you can't really... It's like they're dead in the matter of like 3 seconds. So I'm just going to probably follow Funnick around. The Doombringer is stacking up a lot of gold. He looks like he is going to go for a really quick Radiance. 15 minutes in, and already Hand of Midas, Tranquil Boots. He's going to get one of the fastest relics I've ever seen. Usually you get it like 15 minutes when you just rush it straight up, but not necessarily when you make delays for Tranquil Boots, Ring of Basilius, Hand of Midas even. Takes a while for Hand of Midas to pay for itself. But hey, it's working. He's rolling in the dough. Funnick is not manning up, so maybe I should just stop following him. Blow Your Brain is farming pretty well, though. It's absurd, is what it is. Pinoy, how is he doing? He does have phase boots on the bear, which are pretty good. You want to get close enough so you can do that, just run up and entangle, but I don't think he has enough damage to actually kill the Doombringer. Pinoy right now is nothing more than, well, 1 hero, but 2 meat sacks. Just 2 giant pools of health from which the enemy team has to burn through. Right now he's not doing much damage. He doesn't have any items in the pipeline. He's a long way off from a relic if he wants to go for it, and he's even a long way off from a Maelstrom if he wants to go for that. So far the Lone Druid is not having the best time in the world. What Pulse needs to do right now is just get time for themselves to get stronger. But the longer they wait for that, the more gold the Doombringer is going to get, and then Doombringer is going to get a lot more gold a lot quicker. We could make a lot more things happen a lot earlier, and I don't know if Pulse would be able to withstand the fact that once Doombringer picks up the relic, which is already up, then goes for the Radiance, then starts to bulk up on something like Shiva's Guard or AC, Doombringer is going to get extremely scary, and by that time Lone Druid might have his Maelstrom. He actually went for the Hand of Midas. He wants to contest the late game of the Lone Druid, of the Doombringer. I'm not sure if that is going to be the correct choice. It's going to be very risky for sure, because the Doombringer has had the Hand of Midas for something like 10 minutes already, or 7 minutes, 8 minutes already, combined with Devour, so you're not going to actually keep up with the Doombringer. I do believe it would be better for him to try to go for some damage, but he is the hard carry of Pulse, or one of the hard carries. Regen does have a little bit of damage up his sleeve as well, so he's going to want to get as much damage as he can. Problem is, Empire, they're going to bring the heat a lot sooner than they're going to not let the Lone Druid get up. They're going to bring the heat a lot faster than Lone Druid can get strong. There we go. That made something of sense, a little bit. Not much, but made a little bit of sense. I still can't get over this Bat Rider illusion thing. Like, there's clearly, this guy is not a Bat Rider. I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure if you're gonna call yourself a Bat Rider, you need a bat to ride. I'm pretty sure that's Pretty sure that's how it works there. Both teams do seem content to farm. As I said before, I do believe this is going to favor Empire. I kind of want to see Funnick assassinate someone. Probably Leshrac would be really easy, but Leshrac's sticking on pretty much everyone else. We do have a massive smoke from all of Pulse. Who are they going to go for? They do see a couple in the mid lane, but mid lane is falling back. Funnick is around, on at least on the dire side of the map, and they're going to run straight towards him. They do not know that he's there, so they're going to have to wait until their their smoke is revealed, and Funnick is going to slide right by. That would be infuriating. Fishbone now revealed. They do know that someone is near them, but instead they're going to go straight for Blow Your Brain. He does have a Radiance, so he's not going to lose that much gold. Instead, try to fight his way out of here. I don't think he could actually do that. Wasting the Doom. He's going to do a little bit of damage to Pinoy, no, to Region. But he's going to be more than okay. He's just going to take an Urn Charge from Waga. He has 4 of them. So, a successful smoke gank from Pulse, bringing Doombringer's gold down by about 400, I believe. Doombringer has yet to actually make any contributions to his team besides just being a constant late game threat. But really, Empire, they don't need Doombringer quite yet. They just need someone for the turbo late game. That's going to be the Doombringer. Not exactly what you think of when you think of hard carry, but when you get that much gold, anyone could be a hard carry. CM with the Doombringer's income, yeah, that'll be pretty painful. Just get like Maelstrom or something like that, or Dagon, especially Dagon, always Dagon, really. Speaking of Dagon, no, Queen of Pain just holding a null talisman. Region, you do not want to go up there, bro. Oh god, he's so dead. Ice Path to open up and Clink's searing arrows, so dead. Mini even teleporting in, wants to get a piece of the horses. With Region down, Empire do have all 5 up and around this mid lane. Do they want to go for a push? It's going to be a little bit risky because there's a black hole on the other end, but at the same time, Doombringer, well, he doesn't have Doom yet, does he? He has Doom up in 30 seconds. Jakiro does have a lot of AoE damage as well, and Clinks. If Clinks is left unchecked in the back, Pulse are just going to die. They need to lock down this Clinks somehow, be it the Flaming Lasso, Black Hole, really anything. Now, the Radiance up, Creep Wave is going to get annihilated by the Keeper of the Light. We now see one of the worst spells in the game being casted, not because it doesn't do a lot of good damage, because you never ever cast it. Go Black is going to be initiated upon, but a huge 4-man Ice Path plus Macropyre. The Jakiro can now die. He dropped down his entire payload. Funnick is going to try to run away from Fishbone, taking a lot of damage. Mini is also on the run, but who is going to actually be the one to die? Region looks like he's going to be the targeted focus from the Pulse side. He's going to drop. Wagamama is doomed, but he is still very, very healthy. Pinoy, as well as Mini, escaping with just a sliver of HP left. And Pulse have made a 1-for-1 trade, a Jakiro for a CK, not in favor of them. Searing Arrows are going to bring down this tower extremely quickly, and now I wouldn't be surprised to see Empire move up to the top lane. Now Blow Your Brain's going to farm a little bit more. It does have the plate mail in the stash. AC or Shiva's, they're both good, really. I think that, well, it doesn't matter. You can get both. I mean, you have 0 base armor. Getting both is going to make you mad tanky. And Fishbone assassinated, kaboom, with that Orchid amplification. Funnick finally doing what I want him to. Not because I do not like Pulse. I actually love Pulse. They're one of my favorite teams. No, I have a new favorite team, guys. You know how? Yeah, I've always been a fan of Complexity, just as an organization, but now, X-Complexity, in case you guys didn't know, friggin', they're now Team Liquid. It's awesome. Well, not completely. I think was Bulba playing with Complexity? I don't remember. But yeah, Team Liquid has a Dota team, and that's friggin' awesome. I love it. What the hell is this? Purge. Didn't actually know that that was the icon. But yeah, so Pulse, I'm sorry, you're no longer my favorite team. Yeah, it's... But you can't contest that. It's not even a fair comparison. So, like, they're my... Yeah, I'm not even gonna try, but... Yes, new favorite team. Team Liquid. Go, Team Liquid. You're Liquid right here. But I do appreciate how Pulse play. Empire too. I do like the aggressive teams. Really grinds my gears when everyone's like, oh, we're just gonna play it slow. I hate it. It's just like, really? You're just gonna sit there? You're not gonna just dive in and make things exciting? Yeah, I'm kind of biased like that. Lone Druid is going to finally pick up a Maelstrom, so he's finally a little bit relevant. But everything's on his main bear, so we're seeing kind of a different playstyle being played by Pinoy right now. The bear is doing something. Not sure what he was doing. But usually the focus of Lone Druid in the early stage of the game is going to be your bear, because your bear has a lot more health, even though it has a lot lower armor. It usually is something that is a little bit more expendable. Oh no, Pinoy might be in a little bit of trouble now. Scandal circling around, going to get a Shadow Strike off Scream Pan as well. Sonic Wave will be burned. Yes, it will. Pinoy is going to go down. Macro Power even being used. Go Black will fall with one lightning tick from the Lone Druid. That was a lot of damage from one hit. So it's 1-for-1 trade, but a Jakiro again for Lone Druid, very much in favor of the Empire side. That trade, Leshrac does pick up the tower on the top lane. Everyone from Pulse is going to try to teleport back to defend against Boiler Brain and Phonic, who have been pushing the bottom lane very aggressively. As I was getting lost in my discussion of Team Liquid, Assault Cuirass is going to be the choice for that Doombringer, which is the more pushing-oriented item, rather than the defensive-oriented item in the Shiva's Guard. So AC, aggressive armor, Shiva's defensive item. And well, he now does have a lot of level death, level multiplier of 3, level 12 on the Enigma, so this multiplier is going to be fairly relevant, I would say. 2 level 12s at least. We have level 15 as well, so that's going to get the multiplier. So Doombringer is going to look to drop some very heavy nukes. Does he have the whole AC? Holy god, this guy is farmed. No, he doesn't. He just needs 700 more for that Hyperstone. So Doombringer is getting pretty much more money than God. And let's see how the Lone Druid is doing. He has Maelstrom. Clinks has his build completely finished, actually. Just Orkin and BKB is really all you need is Clinks, and now he's going to go assassinate Mini. Mini, you have no idea how much trouble you're in right now. He better fall back. He's going to fall back, and as is Phonic. So Mini, I guess he did know how much trouble he was in, because he didn't want to stick around for it. But Pulse, they're okay with drawing this into the late game, or at least that's how they're playing. I don't know if they should be okay with drawing this into the late game. Region's going to get more and more powerful as the game progresses, as is Pinoy. But then again, will it be powerful enough? I don't know. I still think that Empire have a little bit of a stronger late game with that Clink, especially if Clinks could stay in the back and not get focused, relocate, or recall? Recall is going to bring the Doombringer back, and looks like the next fight is going to happen on this top lane. I do believe it'll be best if Mini or Waga get doomed, but we'll see. They have a Doom, they have a Silence, so those are two heroes that could effectively be eliminated from the fight. Tower's starting to take some damage, and here comes Regen. He's going to get a huge Valley Rift onto Go Black. 2 second stun will be enough to bring him down before he drops anything. I know the Blinding Light will save Go Black. Illuminate's going to fly through as well. Huge damage all around. Mech does pop off, keeping Mini alive at least, but Waga is doomed up. He's going to drop Black Hole onto Phonic only. They will be able to bring down this Clinks just barely, but now they have to deal with Boiler Brain, who is going to stand and fight. Doesn't have that much health left, and he's going to drop to Fishbone. Yes, it will just barely be enough. 80 HP is his survival in Region in the meantime. In the back end, being picked up by both Silence and Scandal. The bear is pretty darn quick, and it wants blood. Scandal is going to slow down the bear and get out of there. He did rush up the Hex, and it is ultimately a 3-for-3 trade, actually. Pulse keeping their Lone Druid alive, so the tower is also alive as well. So I do think Pulse got a little bit of an upper hand there, but the fact that they are ahead on gold, on kills, the gold earned, the experience earned is so much in favor of Empire. He's Boiler Brain almost at that 600 gold per minute mark. Problem with Doombringer is that even though you have a ton of gold, your kit isn't really like a kit that's suited for late game damage. Like, he doesn't have something like Strafe, he doesn't have Searing Arrows, and he doesn't have Death Pact to even more damage, so you really just gotta focus on all the gold rather than your skills. Fishbone, surprise, he has a Hex, and now you're going to die, Fishbone. Sonic Wave, no Sonic Wave actually, as Waga is gonna come in for the lasso. His Chain Stun is going to be perfect, and Scandal is going to drop. Fishbone is quite the bait. Well done, Leshrac, well done. Where is the Doombringer? Doombringer does have his Hand of Midas available. Oh no, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits, Mech doesn't count. 5 hits for a kill on Phonic is going to make out like a bandit. Double damage helping, so I guess 12 hits will do it. But the Orchid Amplification didn't even tick, so I don't know how many hits truly. But yeah, Phonic is capable of doing such things. Regen, I think he's capable of doing it to the Jakiro, but Jakiro also has Mech. Both teams gearing up near the Roshan pit. Looks like they are very much aware it's that time of the game. And Waga is going to do something very smart. Just clear off all the trees so that the team can stand right here. Get a closer initiation in. If you get vision onto the high ground, you can reality rift the whole army in. I have Lone Druid on the top side with his bear on the low ground. But this game is going to continue as a farming game. Everyone loves a good farming game, right? Just about 50 minutes of nothing. Looks like they're going to Empire, that is, going to own the crap out of Roshan. Not even enough time for Pulse to react, and Doombringer picks up a free Aegis of the Immortal, sells something, gets a... Oh, yeah, okay, never mind then. With Roshan on Doombringer, with Doom available to them, everything Empire has, they're ready to go. Looks like first they're going to go up to this tier 2 tower, which 352 HP, not a huge hurdle for Empire to jump over. And Pulse, on the other hand, they are going the complete opposite direction. I don't know what they think is down there. Possibly the enemy team? But Empire, they're just going to go ahead and backdoor this tower. Why not? Backdoor protection? What backdoor protection? I didn't see any backdoor protection. That creep wave was owned. So bad. So bad. But now we see a very powerful Team Empire going to look for a tier 3 push, possibly. They do have the Aegis. Keep in mind the Aegis does time out a lot quicker now. And is Pulse capable of fighting this? I think a lot of it hinges upon the black hole. And of course, who gets stunned by what. Go Black to get his payload off before he leaves the fight. And that's going to be disastrous for Pulse. Even though it is only level 1 Macro Pyre, it still is going to do some heavy, heavy damage to the entire team. So Empire, they're just waiting for an opportunity. Also, Scandal with the Blink Hex is a viable initiation option if anyone from Pulse gets a little bit too overeager. But it looks like Scandal is just going to leave, at least for the moment. Recall needs to be casted soon. That's the beauty of Keeper of the Light, is that Scandal could be on this bottom lane all day long, but as soon as shit hits the fan, you pop that Spirit Form, you recall in that Queen of Pain, and looks like this is going to be the time for them to shine. There's the Hex onto Regen. Did they pick off the CK? That could be absolutely huge. Regen taking some huge damage. Phantasm going to save him, and Reality Rift onto Silent, but he's not actually hitting anything because of the Blind Light. Huge Illuminate hitting everyone as Blurbrain takes his fall on the front lines. Mini taking huge damage from this increased spell from the Ghost Scepter, and he's going to drop 2 down for Pulse, and that is going to be tier 3s. No Black Hole, no spell damage. Waga trying to do something with Tar, but it's not going to be enough fortification slowing them down. But Funnick, with the damage that he has against buildings, simply too much. Now that Raxes are in a little bit of danger, and Pulse, they're going to lose their Raxes. There's nothing that they can do about this. That initiation picking off Regen, or did they actually pick him off? No, they didn't actually pick him off, but they denied a whole lot of spells from him. And picking off the Enigma first was exactly what Empire needs to do. Gonna fall back after cleaning out the mid-racks, and then head towards the top lane. They do have Doom in another minute. They will have the Sonic Wave. Oh, they still do have the Sonic Wave, in fact. So, if it worked that well the first time, why not wait a little bit and just do it again? I think by the time they actually reach the tier 3s, they will be able to cast Doom once again. And if they get it on the Enigma, then Enigma's pretty much screwed. Hell, you could put it on anyone and they're pretty much dead. I guess Lone Druid doesn't really care, just a little bit more magic damage, and he does have a cloak. Not really reliant on spells, that hero. But Empire, they're going to push this top lane. And will this be the death blow? Pulse, they need to pull a good team fight out. But I'm not sure if that's actually possible. Mini needs to get a black hole with 2 or 3 in it at least. And then Chaos Knight as well as the Lone Druid need to do the damage. But I'm not sure if they're actually capable of doing enough damage, because look how tanky Doombringer is. So much armor, so much health. And of course Funnick is doing some pretty good damage as well. Liquid fire on the tower as well. Here comes Mini from the back end, instantly silenced and instantly picked off. Goodbye Mini, or goodbye Mini, there you go. Mini is dead, Fishbone is dead. The Illuminate flies through once again as Pinoy and Regen are the only ones to survive. Waga is there as well, but he is doomed up. I don't like his chances at all. Regen's going to Armlet Surf just a little bit, and he's going to drop soon. One more hit, no, the Armlet Surf will keep him alive. Pinoy is going to survive as well. But it doesn't matter because Empire picked off 3, they have lost 0. And that is going to be the game. The second Raxes are going to fall. Pulse are without an option to defend. And now Empire, they can just go straight for the tier 4s, kill the buildings. Why not? More gold. 620 gold per minute onto Boiler Brain. Absolutely absurd amounts of farm on him. And Pulse will be taking their trip back home to... Actually, don't know where they're going to be going, but they're not going to stay here. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Boiler Brain is going to try to... Pulse is going to try to bring down Boiler Brain. But Assault Cuirass plus Reaver, some pretty good damage mitigation. So that's going to be it, guys. This one does go to Empire, going to win the best of 3. They're going to move on to face, I guess, spoilers alert. They're going to be facing GDB in the lower bracket. And that is going to be what's coming next. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this cast, then like, subscribe, leave me comments, criticism, all that. I am almost done with this entire tournament, and I cannot wait to get to that point. But I think that's going to be it for me, guys. More games to come. Next one is, yeah, Empire versus GDB. So look forward to that. GG.